In 2021, I was diagnosed with ovarian cancer in February, and I had major surgery, and God took incredible care of me, and I was in remission in 6 months. I was able to work full-time at a major craft company that is very physical, but God sustained me, and I only missed 1 day work from treatment.
Did you pull anything?
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Oh, sorry. Whatever you want to do.
I went into remission in August of 21, and the cancer I have has a pretty high return rate. If you make it to 2 years, it drops like in half. And I was going into my last checkup right at the 2-year mark, and I told the Lord, I said, if something's there, let them find it. And sure enough, they found it. You go every 3 months because of the propensity for return. Then after that, you go every 6 months. So how far would the cancer been if I had gone another 6 months? So re-diagnosed, kind of surreal, definitely surprised, but just so confident in God's faithfulness as he was before. Every time we go through a valley, it is growing our faith. A faith that can't be tested is a faith that cannot be trusted. So I am 7 months into the journey at this point, and I'm about 2 months out from being declared in remission again and praying to be in remission for however long God has me. This has been a harder journey. 21 was quote unquote pretty easy. This has been a much harder, difficult process. I'm older, been through it before, stronger chemo this time. But I really get overwhelmed in the amount of people that are just praying for me, that even people that don't know me, because that's the community of Christ, is we pray for people whether we know them or not. And God could do it without the prayer, but when you just think about the petitions laying at the foot of Jesus on your behalf, it's very overwhelming in a very good way. I couldn't do this without Jesus, number one. I couldn't do this without the community, number two. When you get diagnosed with cancer a second time, you don't sleep a lot because of some of the medications and such, and so you do a lot of thinking at night. And, you can look around your house and it's all just stuff. And, you never see a U-Haul following a hearse, and the only thing you can take to heaven with you is other people. That's the only thing you can take with you. If I go home through this, I know where I'm going, no matter what. But there's too many people on this earth who don't. So if I go through this and that saves one person from an eternity separated from Jesus, then I say yes. And realizing that this might be an ongoing battle for me throughout the rest of my life, and to have joy knowing that that might come. But we all have a story, and we all have trials, and we all have tribulations. 2 Corinthians 4:17, that God tells us these things are momentary. They're just a blip on the radar, but they're for his glory. It speaks loudly because it's hard, but it's a momentary affliction. Joy is absolutely not the absence of sorrow or struggles. It's the presence of Jesus. To have an unshakable faith, I believe you have to have the faith before you get to the shakeable part. When you build that before, when you get into the shakeable, to be unshakable, you have to already be ready. My faith is unshakable, no matter what I go through, because Jesus goes through it with me. My name is Michelle Kernicky, and I have joy in spite of my circumstances. If God can use my circumstances to bring just one person to Jesus, then it's worth it.